and then I jump in. It's your girl Maya back at it again.
No, you gonna start us off?
Huh? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to True to Life Podcast. It's your girl Maya back at it again.
Okay, girl. And y'all already know it's Angelise tuning in. Y'all, we are about to jump right into it because let me tell you, we don't even want to waste y'all time. So we chose open discussion for our topics today. Y'all know how we be pulling them out the bag.
Because baby,
So
and this is actually perfect for today because what happened today?
Y'all know how alpha females be, all right? So we're gonna get into a little story time. Honestly, sis, I don't even really know how it even got to where it got to. Y'all, long story short, me and Maya, we had our first disagreement. I wouldn't even call it a disagreement.
It wasn't really a disagreement.
Because it wasn't nothing to agree on. We had our first...
difference of opinions, basically.
We had our first real situation where we feel like we needed to, take a second real quick.
Right.
And y'all, it was so little that I'm still laughing about it right now. But I'm telling you, and it's so crazy because we're going to get into how people can have such a small little disagreement and that junk can cause them to lose a friend. So we're going to just give y'all the backstory real quick because, y'all, this is a big Virgo in a Capricorn. Let's start there.
Both have big energy. So that's another thing. So today... it was what we was texting about this podcast for y'all.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because we doing this for the people.
Okay.
We was texting about it, basically agreeing on time-wise to get things done and have things prepared for today. And we had different opinion basically of me being a mom. Is time could always just go up and down. It's never no set time like we're gonna do this at 9 o'clock. It may be set for that time, but if something happens, so by 8:59, I got to text you like, I can't do it. Difference of time. She takes her time to be very, very valuable. Rightfully so, but so do I. So once we talked about it, I get exactly where she was coming from, but I need her to understand from my point where I was coming from. So yeah, go ahead.
I love this, y'all. So... like she said, it really happened in terms of being the whole time thing. And my biggest thing was I felt like the timing was everywhere, right? I'm like, okay, we supposed to meet up one day. They were supposed to meet another day. But one thing about me and Maya, y'all, when we get together, I don't know who told us we knew each other our whole lives, bro.
I swear you act like we did.
We be on a whole different thing. Like, we already go to gym together. We already, starting, this whole little family.
Yeah.
It's just so different. So, when we get together, sometimes we really do need to get to business, but we be out here just bullshitting, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So that's on both of our parts. So yesterday we were supposed to get together to shoot for the podcast, but I decided I wanted to go to make some money. So I was like, I knew that I wasn't really going to be able to show because I knew once I got into the groove of things, I wasn't going to want to stop. But then I knew that we needed to really shoot. And I've been compromising my time to shoot, but not even to just shoot, but to plan. It takes a lot when it comes into something like this. You can't just start it up, right? So that's where it really came into play. And we were just I'm telling you, it was 4 messages. And then on the 5th message, my girl, she picked up the phone and she...
Because what we doing?
Mind you, y'all, I'm not going to lie. I was looking at the phone do I even want to answer? Because sis, I just sent this message.
What we doing? I don't even calling. Because a lot of people take text messages out of context. I could be saying, hey, but because I put in the all caps, you automatically assumed I'm yelling at you.
Right.
And I can understand why, but because that's not who I am. So let's call and talk about it. Let's communicate about it verbally without just reading, because however you feel at that moment, whatever emotions you're having at that moment, you're going to read that message in that same text. And that was not the case. So it could have been I was aggravated texting like I was aggravated, or she was aggravated and texting, but she's going to read it how she really felt at that moment.
And what's crazy is, I'm not going to lie, that was so real. I was aggravated at the moment. And I'm not going to lie, I really was letting everything affect my entire day. So that was one thing that I really did know. All right, I am already frustrated, so I am grateful for that call. And even after we had our conversation, we didn't even agree on the phone.
Right.
We didn't. Honestly, I was like, she stopped talking. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have nothing else to say neither.
And then I was like, Yeah. Okay. Me either.
And then we
the
like,
whole thing flipped. So did you have to close
got
for
your clothes
today?
today? Got your outfits?
It didn't just flip, but the issue we have today with a lot of females, we be so quick to, because we don't agree or because we don't have, like, I'm the type of woman, if I know I'm wrong, I'm going to apologize because I know I'm wrong. Like, hey, sis, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry it may have came off wrong, or I was upset about something, or I was pissed, so I did maybe take some of that out on you, and I'm sorry. But a lot of females today, especially the younger ones, not against you, sis, because
you know,
but the younger ones, they be so ready to fight and rah, rah, rah instead of us talking things out. That's a major issue for me in today, though. Like, for real.
I definitely agree. And honestly, just to piggyback off of that, I feel like the thing that's people need, if you and your friend, you know, this is your friend, y'all got some time and y'all got some history, and because not for nothing, I feel like I lost one of my best friends because of texting over the phone. And when I basically said in the phone, because she told me that she felt disrespected by something that I said, and I told her, I don't understand why you would feel that way, but we should talk about it. And she basically denied the conversation, right? She like, I don't want to talk about it. So honestly, I left it there, right? But had we had actually had that conversation at that time, I feel like things would have been a lot different for our friendship. Whereas now we're not talking at all. I feel like one thing, and even at this conversation, I probably more than likely will hit her up, because I feel like one thing about women that we tend to do, we will give our men or our girlfriend, because, you know, your girl bisexual, but we give them more chances. We give them more chances than we give our friendships. And I kind of find that to be really fucked up, right? Because at the end of the day, if this is your friend who actually gonna be there outside of your relationship, who done seen you through multiple relationships, done seen you through certain stuff that people don't get to see you in, you get what I'm saying? Like, why you can't go ahead and have that extra chance or give it another conversation? You know what I mean?
People don't see it like that. Like, so seriously, like, it's so weird how humans think. Girl, like, let's get into it. It's so weird how they think. Like you were saying, people would rather have the rah, rah, rah instead of just saying, I'm sorry.
Right.
Or I may have came off wrong. Or I may have taken what you said wrong. People can't do that.
I definitely agree. I feel like people's biggest issue is being accountable for their part, right? Some people like to throw the rock and hide the hand, right? And I don't like that type of stuff.
We get to friends,
and that's a whole different topic for a whole different day, right?
To get to friends, I got a story. We'll have story time later, because I got a story, baby, about one of my friends that I had to cut because me.
Man,
but
you know. I feel like you know when you need to sharpen them scissors. And I feel like you know when this is just something where, like, y'all just having that disagreement, or like this is something where y'all actually need to have that conversation. And a lot of situations be so small. Like, we was legit having a disagreement about time.
About this, yeah.
It was about time. It was literally, our topic was time,
That's
right?
it.
I felt like we need to be more on this. She felt like, well, we are. Like, we talk about, we just be throwing other stuff in the mix. Like, oh, well, let's try to do this. Let's try. We good for trying to squeeze something in, but we, not for nothing, already have things planned. Everything was already planned. So it wouldn't have been necessary for the situation to even get that far. And that's why I even I told her, like, I'm very grateful for you to have given me a call, because I needed that. And it also showed me that she values our friendship, right? Mm-hmm. Because some people they don't really care. Like,
some people would have just kept texting.
Right.
And that whole thing would have turned to a whole nother thing. And then a whole nother, and a whole nother. And then we would have been fighting somewhere over something so small. Something
stuff
so
that
little.
Didn't even matter.
Right. So it could have went left completely.
Right.
But, friends,
I honestly want to know if y'all got
people use that word
situations
so
like that. We ain't gonna get out of sisterhood.
They use that word so loose, but okay, treat me as such. Like, I'm sis when I'm doing something for you or when it benefits you. But when we have a disagreement, we can't talk it out.
That is so, oh my God, that's so real. Because, I'm not gonna lie, like, with my real sisters, we argue. I done got into a fight with my older sister. And then my thing is, like, I'm the type of person where I be like, oh, if I fight my friend, then we can't, you feel me? I ain't trying to be friends with you because you may be trying to be mad in the back end. You get what I'm saying? But you saying that is, and that's just, is really is real, because you're going to argue with your sisters. You're going to fight with your sisters. Y'all going to have y'all disagreements. Y'all not going to agree on everything. They going to talk to some nigga that you don't approve of, vice versa, right? And that's really how it be, especially with people that you know that you really, really love. You get what I'm saying? It be happening. It be happening like that.
Because my thing is, we're gonna get on sisters. My older sister, she lives in Florida. We talk at least once or twice a year. But my sister that lives back in Georgia, me and her done had some times, baby. But to this day, though, that's still my sister.
Right.
She's my older sister. We done had some times. We done fought. We done, Lord, that's story time for another day. But we done had those moments. We really have. So,
like we strangers or
right.
Something.
Girl.
Nah, because it really sit here and make you think, like, that's my sister. And to be, I don't know, it's just something about harming somebody that I really, really love. That shit is weird to me.
Yeah.
And people normalize that type of stuff. Like, I know people normalize fighting with their siblings. Like, that shit is okay. And not for nothing, it's not okay. Me and my sister fighting, that shit was not okay. Whether you had your disagreement, that shit is not okay. And me putting my hands on one of my great friends, that shit is not okay.
We should
exactly. I'm a firm believer.
Stick together.
Absolutely. If I gotta put my hands on you, not for nothing, I do not want to fuck with you. And that goes for everything. Friendships, relationships, like parents, the goddamn family. Like, no, it's because at the end of the day, you have to have some type of level of respect. And that's what I liked about our situation. You respect me, I respect you. So it wasn't none of that rah-rah on the phone. Nobody was being disrespectful. Nobody was talking over each other. She respectfully stated how she felt, and I respectfully stated how I felt. And once we was done talking, whether we came to a consensus or not, we pushed that shit in the back burner. It
was like, and we ended up texting about clothes and laughing and everything. Okay. Shit. Like, it just completely, okay, bump that. That's early. That's the past. So now, let's talk about now. Because, girl, that was petty. But I respect the fact, because even at your age, so most people at your age wouldn't act like that. That would have been a rah-rah off rip. Like, oh, she texting reckless. Let's do. And even though I wasn't texting reckless, but like I said, we could have been reading each other's messages wrong. Right. So that's why I was like, let's verbally talk so we could both hear each other's tone, because that's when it matters. Like, let me hear your tone. Let me feel where you really at. So when we heard each other's tone, we both were just mellow, like, you know, it wasn't no, because I said da. It was like, hey. So
legit.
It legit was like, hey, and we just went right into it.
Right.
So I feel as though I respect that even you answered the phone and you didn't like automatically answer and was like rah. You was like hello, and we talked like civil people.
Right.
I respect that a lot.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Y'all, this was legit fire. I love this for our first open discussion with you guys. I like that we was able to really keep it real with y'all and tell y'all, like, although we about to be kicking it, it get difficult. It get tough.
That's what people do. That's what sisters do. We're gonna have disagreements and we're gonna keep it moving.
Right.
Love you and keep it moving. What we doing?
That's how it's supposed to be. All that, if you know that you fought with your sister lately, whether it's your blood sister, your friend sister, your best friend, go ahead and hash that shit out. Because one thing I can tell you, life is way too short, and I know that you will be like not for nothing. I will feel horrible not being able to have those people in my life just over something so small. So I say go ahead, fix those issues, and that's my closing comments.
Mine is peace, love, and happiness.
Y'all, I love y'all. If y'all are not following us already, go ahead, follow us on all our platforms. On Instagram, we are True to Life Pod, P-O-D, okay? And that is the number 2. At our Facebook group, at our Instagram, at our TikTok, at all that, because it's
leave comments, like, hit us up. We want to know what y'all people thinking about.
Yeah, I want to know about your sister's stories. And that's exactly what I was saying. I want to know about your sister's stories. Keep it real with us. Let us know what's going on. But for now, that's all we got for y'all. And we out.
Right.
Later.